All right. So I am here with one of the men of tomorrow's fabulous alumni. He's got some great milestones that he's accomplished, and I'm going to throw the mic to him for our first opening and introduction. Tell us who you are, sir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Malik Clarke. I'm a senior at Vanderbilt University studying political science and African American and diaspora studies on a pre law track. Here at Vanderbilt, I've been involved in numerous things, done pre law activities, led an admissions team as co president. I'm also a good brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So done a lot of different things, led service initiatives, things like that, all different types of things to help pursue my passions. I'm really passionate about social justice and meaningful policy and helping engage people with education, but connecting that with civics and law and policy. So that's really what I'm passionate about. After
All right.
Vanderbilt, I'll be heading off to DC to do Teach for America and help raise the next generation of students and
All
scholars.
right. All right. Well, listen, you didn't skip a beat. You were doing some of this stuff since high school, if I remember correctly, in terms of leadership programs, the Gwinnett Youth Commission that my son followed in your footsteps in. And actually, I didn't hear you talk about grades, but if I'm not mistaken, you pretty much knocking it out the park. How are your grades doing?
I yes, thank you, Mr. Ski. I do have a I hold a 3.8 here at Vanderbilt. It's actually was not always looking like that. I came in pre med and I took Gen Chem and that thinking I was pre med, like I was it was a mess. I was real shaky as a first year. And I mean, I did not, I almost didn't pass. So like
Mm,
that was it took semester after semester to build that back up and to keep that motion and trajectory because it was hard. Like one grade doesn't isn't everything, but your first semester can really feel like that. So, but
yeah.
I had to turn around, and that was also a pivot for me to realize, like, no, I actually want to like go into law and like policy.
Oh,
So,
that's fantastic. And it talks about, being able, like you said, to pivot and change and be flexible. Because I didn't realize that. I thought you were always kind of on that law track. I didn't realize you were
yeah,
pre-med.
yes, I
Okay.
was. I like literally got like a D or something. It was so, and then brought it like literally have a 3.8 now.
I got a bunch of D's. I used to collect them when I was in college.
It happens. It's not. We're all
Yes.
human. Like it just no one is above like, and grades don't represent everything at the same time. So like,
Yes. Yes.
yeah, it
Yes.
wasn't. Yeah.
So for people who are not familiar with Teach for America, tell us a little bit about Teach for America and like how does somebody make the connection between Teach for America and law school?
Yeah. So actually, Teach for America is this nonprofit where they believe that every child deserves an excellent education, but the reality is the zip code often determines the type of resources students receive, and that's kind of how I aligned with Teach for America because, like, of my background, I grew up Title One, like all education, so it just really aligned with my passion, like with law and everything, and also Teach for America really emphasizes all majors, all backgrounds, all areas to get involved because education is like is truly a part of every facet of our lives. So it really wasn't necessarily it wasn't hard for me to click or make the realization
Yeah.
that this matters, like fighting educational inequities across the country. So I'll be doing that things to help pursue my passions. I'm really passionate about social justice and meaningful policy and helping engage people with education, with but connecting that with civics and law and policy. So
Yes.
I'm really interested in schools that focus on like those specific like clinics and also just like fostering a well-rounded law student. So I've done programs, pre-law programs at Alabama Law and Stanford Law. So been able
Okay.
blessed to be able to have those opportunities and get that experience under my belt. So definitely keeping those like those two Alabama's Stanford and mine. I mean Georgetown's in DC. Heard great things.
Yes.
Howard is also in DC. Premier Law HBCU Law School. I owe much of my later middle school and high school outcomes and success to the 100, especially every Saturday. Just knowing that I will be surrounded by a group of men who look like me and understood and felt everything that all the pressures that we were going through at school, as well as just existing. Like that was truly a space of freedom and comfort for me. So I think everything that we did through our lessons, I know we also got to travel throughout the county and
Yes.
into like Atlanta. I remember there was a few
Yes.
college tours and service like joint service projects. I remember we were all like working on together with other chapters in the area. So that was really impactful for me. And I mean, I'm an alpha now, so like being able to like all of these organizations are service oriented and rooted and being providing service and being of advocacy to the community. So those core memories are really what inspired me, or how the 100 inspired me. And I mean, I've made like great friends there as well, and those connections like guided me through, and we should like learn more about each other. I mean, different schools too, like throughout the county.
Yes.
So the cross connections, and I think just the limitless growth and opportunity that you all poured into us. I mean, there was members from all different fields and careers that I remember engaging with and interacting with.
That's right.
Every youth achievement luncheon was set out. We had dripped out in awards and just recognition. So it was really a celebration, a celebratory time to just be young and proud. So it was really, I really appreciate every moment, and I definitely attribute a lot of that to
That's good, man. I will warn you, I'm a little notorious for pulling out random old school pictures. I'm not going to surprise you here, but I remember you had a little flat top going on. Then
Yeah.
I think there was a little color in it one year,
Gosh, yes, senior
young
year.
Malik there.
Yes.
So speaking of being young, what's one word of advice, or it doesn't have to be one word, but thinking about our current mentees, right, who want to follow in your footsteps, if you will. What's one sort of sentiment or a word of advice that you would want to share with them?
I would say trust the process. And I mean that in just in life, but more so going back to the being okay with change and being able to pivot. Like those all
Yes.
go together. And just trusting the process, and that things may look, you may have a plan one day and it may look completely different, but these things are supposed to happen, and you just have to keep trusting and keep focusing and staying on the prize, keeping true to your values. This is all just going to keeping yourself at all costs, keeping your head at all costs, relying on yourself and trusting yourself, because at the end of the day, you matter, and you'll be guided to a specific area or place because of the opportunities that are afforded to you. So whatever is essentially, you got this, believe in yourself. This sounds like very cliche, but essentially trust the process, and I promise you, you will be happy no matter what, because what's meant for you is meant for you.
I
Truly.
love it. Malik Clarke, I'm about to close out. Anything you can think of that you forgot to say, wanted to say, that you want to say now before we close out?
I would just say also don't take things too seriously. Like all of the things that I talked about, like are amazing and true to me, but like what's important is like the family, the community, the just life and everything, and being able to relish and experience and thank God for everything. So just let life as well. Let breathe and relax and have fun.